Welcome to Why They Play the Game, a show created to discuss the NBA on and off the court. I'm just one of your hosts, Michael Eric Owens.
And I'm Ken Hayes.
What's going on, big brother?
What's going on, man? What
Man,
up? What up, huh?
man, listen, bro. We are in the 90s down here, man. So,
Oh my
it's yeah.
goodness.
So it's next week they talk about
Shoot.
all 90s, man. So dealing with the heat, AC won't stop running.
Oh my.
You know what I mean? Man, we about to get to it, man. But
what's
listen,
going on with the tornadoes?
Ken, every day. Matter of fact, we still have in the panhandle today, there's still some severe weather. Tomorrow we're gonna have possibly severe weather, some more
Oh jeez, man.
rain coming in. So it's
Oklahoma.
yeah, it's Oklahoma, but it's also global warming, baby. You know what I
We
mean?
don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not a political show. So, Ken, we want to do this quick podcast, man, to reach out to our listeners and get their feedback on game 1 and 2 of the NBA finals between the OKC Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. So we do know game 1. Um, the Pacers did steal that game 111 to 110. I think we had already discussed that game was critical
Pivotal, right?
for them to win that game, and we can see because Ken, you remember I told you I said
Yeah,
game
you said.
2 because once they got comfortable, they got them nerves out of them, and so Ken, before we get too far, talk to me about the first. What was your first kind of take, man, on game 1?
Man, Mike. OKC at one time was up by 15. They should have been up by 25 or 30. I think they shot like maybe 31% from the field the entire game in game one. I mean, they was just missing shots like I really couldn't believe it. Um, and then late in the fourth quarter, I'll say mid fourth quarter, they everybody was watching SGA, you know, and that's the thing with Oklahoma when they don't look to score or just kind of watch him go, that's when they get in trouble. And that's how they got in trouble last year. So, yeah. And, Indiana, they, I'll say they're never out of it, but, they came back, got it close, and, good shot by Tyrese, and, one by one, and, they still game one, like you said. So, Oklahoma, they need to, and remember I said Hartenstein and Chet need to be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen. I think Chet ended up with like 4 or 6 points.
He had six
Mike,
points.
okay, Mike, I need him to be double double, at least 10 points, 10 rebounds.
We need more than that.
Well, I'm just
Yeah,
minimum. That's
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's the minimum.
yeah, yeah.
So that didn't even happen.
Because he number 3. You know,
Yeah,
if
well,
you get 10-10 out of your number, I mean the boards are good, but man, listen, Ken, when we look at the numbers with these guys in the first, I mean, to me, OKC shot 16 more shots. 16 more shots than Indiana and lose the game. If they had to hit one of those 16 shots, I mean, think about how crazy that is. You get 16 more opportunities. And what's so crazy, Ken, they lost the rebounding battle. So
right.
how do you get 16 more shots? So that tells me right there, that's just one shot and they gone. One shot and they gone. You're not getting 2
Right.
and 3 shots at the basket.
You're not getting the offensive rebounds.
Oh, definitely not, Ken. When you look at the rebounding numbers, Indiana out rebound them 43 to 29 defensively, and then offensively 13 to 10. Total rebounds were 56 to 39.
Oh.
And why? Because he put Cason Wallace in the starting lineup.
See, Mike, I didn't have an issue with that.
I did, though, man. And I'm going to tell you why I had an issue.
Okay.
The boards. You notice in game 2, we're going to talk about game 2, where he played them in game one. He rarely, I don't even think they played. If they played, it was just a few minutes on the floor together, Hardenstein and
in
Chet.
Chet.
Okay. Game two, they played a lot of minutes together. What ended up happening? They out rebound them. I understand what Daigneault, what the strategy was. Hey, they're a quick team. We can't have two bigs in. They have to run the floor. Hardenstein can run the floor with Turner. Come on, man. He's gonna have to run the floor because you are giving up too much size. And let me tell you what's gonna happen in game two. Siakam about to get busy. If they start casing Wallace, bro, let me tell you what the game plan is going to be. It's going to be to isolate him on that block and let him go to work. And we see his success. We see his success in game one. I was like, bro, come on, OKC. But again, I'm going to say this. It takes them 16 missed shots, out rebound, in order for Indiana to win at the last second.
Right.
We know in both of these games, OKC didn't handle them easily. As you talked about, Ken, they were up at 15 at one time. It wasn't like listen. I have yet to see the Thunder play the Thunder basketball yet. They haven't played it, Ken. But they don't. You notice, Ken, and you talked about this, and then you can comment. The ISO ball. I'm like, what's going on with the ISO ball, man? Pass the ball. The Thunder are a team that passed the ball, but they settle into, like you say, SGA, watching him go to work. He's sitting on the top of the key with 5 cats looking at him. Indiana defense is not working. Why? Because you're not moving the ball. And so to me, they're going to have to be the OKC team in order to win in Indiana.
A couple of things. So when he changed the starting lineup, I thought that was let's just say a quicker lineup that could get up and down the floor. Chet didn't do anything, as we said in game one. Hardenstein, he seemed like he was just rushing himself, and he was just like playing too fast. I'm like,
he didn't get no minutes. Right? He didn't get no minutes. When you look at, go ahead, Ken.
And I tell you what, Mike. To me, I said this before, on Jalen Williams, Mike is Richard Jefferson said he's playing too fast too, but Mike, I think he had like 16 points of game one, and I think he shot 4 for 16.
Yeah, somewhere around. Yeah, he had 17. He had a terrible game.
Game two wasn't no prettier.
No, game two was terrible too. It was terrible.
Mike, what did I say last week? He has to average 20, and sometimes you just gotta pick your spots. If you just if your jumper's just not working that night, you gotta take it to the basket or mid range or do something.
How many players on both of these teams have mid range games? Siakam, SGA. That's it.
That's probably it.
Has a consistent mid range game. None of these dudes do. Halliburton has a little floater every now and then. He tries to do with that. Man, his handle is he listen, he need to get some old tapes of Bob Cousy or something. He need to get some old tapes of somebody, Curly Shuffle or something, man, because his handle is like, bruh. And he's got that step back. That's it. That's his complete game. Nesmith, he's gonna shoot threes on you. That's his game. Okay. Nembhard, he gonna shoot threes on you. Every now and then he might try to come in and do something, but he mainly gonna everybody on that court. Turner, man, how about these big guys that never play with their backs to the basket, Ken? All of them are shooting three. Chet shooting threes. Turner shooting threes. Hardenstein, he got the little push shot, but he ain't got no back to the game basket.
But I tell you what, Mike, the surprise for me on OKC side was Caruso.
Oh man, listen, Caruso since he's been with OKC, he's been solid. And I've been calling for him to get more playing time, period, man. He had 20 last night. He had an awesome first game. His defense, his tenacity out there on the court. He's a champion too, right? So he ain't he's looking at the moment like, let me go and get this second ring. He ain't out there shell shocked. I think Jay Will, man, is Ken. You don't want to get a reputation where you don't show up in the playoffs.
Right, exactly.
And that's where his rep is at right now, Ken.
I'm gonna go back to what you said. Siakam needs to be on the. They need, man. Every time they come down the court, they need to give it to Siakam. Every time. If they don't give it to Siakam, I need to be doing a layup or something because he got the size, he got a good low post game. So I mean, and he's been there before. So he had 19 the other night. Kind of I'll say, not a typical Siakam game. Siakam can get you 25 to 30.
He gonna have to get 30, Ken. Right. For them to beat OKC in this series, Siakam is going to have to be a beast. And like you said, he's got the height, he's got the athleticism, he's got the ability. I think we're going to get a heavy dose of big time heavy dose. Because again, who you going to put on him, right? To me, if I'm Mark Daigneault, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to live and die. I'm protecting because you cannot give Indiana 3-4 shots.
Right. I get
you. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that. And you might say, well, we sacrifice. No. Listen, Hartenstein can run that court. Chet can run that court. They just got to run the court. Turner's not no quicker than them. Toppin's not no quicker than them. They just need to get up and down the court, man. This is about winning basketball. And I understand you're going to put Cason Wallace in there. Let him come off the bench. Let him give that defense. Don't let him come up in there and get matched up with Siakam because we saw the damage. We saw a glimpse, Ken, of the damage. And I was like, ooh, if Indiana figure that out and keep going to him, they got a chance. Yeah, they got a strong chance, Ken.
But you mentioned Turner just a few minutes ago, Mike. I just think that he's shooting.
Ken,
I don't want to make this show about 3 points, but he just, man, take that ball to the basket. I mean,
he ain't got he ain't got that. That ain't in his game, Ken. He ain't gonna go down on that block, get the ball, square up. He ain't gonna bam on you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do that. He gonna step back, fake you, step back, and try to shoot that three. That's all Turner's gonna do. Every now and then he'll cut and catch it and dunk on you. That's what he can do that now. He had a nasty dunk.
Right.
Too. I was like, ooh, I felt that sitting in my chair. I was like, oh, that's nasty. He'll do that. But no, man. These guys' game is strictly 3-pointers, man. Oh, yeah. They don't develop anything else in their game. And this is the first finals, Ken, that I look, man, and maybe this is a preview of the future, man, because Ken, it is too many 3-pointers. Again, people can say, man, you've seen these two small markets and they really don't have superstars and this is a high-level basketball. No, it is not. I'm just going to be honest with you. We've seen high-level basketball from SGA. Cam, give me that statistic you gave me before we started the show.
Mike, in the 2 games, and I know this is a small sample size, SGA is the only player who's averaging over 20 in these 2 games.
Thank you.
Everybody else is under 20.
The question is why SGA? Because he's got a 3-level game. He can take you to the hole. He can hit you with the mid-range. He can turn around on you. Listen, he can shoot the 3 on you. He can get to the foul line. He got 3-level game, baby. And you look at these other cats, all they got is a 1-level game. And what's really hurting Indiana, let's be honest, man, Tyrese has been checked. Okay.
Yeah, I think it might have been Jefferson. He got to get started early, Mike. He can't just wait until the work late in the 3rd or 4th.
Well, how you gonna get started, Ken?
Man, come on, man.
How you gonna get started? But how he gonna get started, Ken? He got Dort on him. He got Wallace on him. He got boys in his grill, man.
You better do something.
He ain't. Listen, Ken, let me tell you something. Okay. If Tyrese come out game 3 listening to all this stuff, because he seems to be the type of brother that he listens to the media. So when they hype him up and tell him he a superstar and all that, he start believing that, and he come out and he get a game like game 1. Let's keep it real. And even game 2, he had what? It was 12 points in the fourth quarter when the game was over with.
Right. Yeah.
Ended up with 17. So he had 5 when the game counted. And he's had 8 turnovers in the first 2 games, bro. There's a reason why Tyrese is struggling. It is not because Tyrese is not doing Tyrese. It's because them boys are in. Give me that. You see SGA? Give me that. Now I'm going down the other. Nah, bro, this is a different level of. This is the number 1 defense. And so what I'm saying, it's not going to get easier for Tyrese. Tyrese, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, if the mistake is for him to come out and try to be ultra aggressive the next game, because he might come out and have a good game, but if he getting off, ain't nobody else getting off. I'm telling you, 3-4 dudes not gonna get off on Indiana. That defense is just too solid, too physical for them, man. And Ken, I'm telling you, OKC has not played OKC ball yet. If they click, now you remember what happened with Denver. We remember what happened with Minnesota.
Yeah, but the thing about it, Mike, is that I mean, they just can't keep watching him go to work. Somebody else need to go to work too to make it easy on him.
Well, that's where the trouble comes in at. And you pointed out, Chet, you got to give me 17, 20, 8, 9, boy. You have to give me that, man, because Jay Will is struggling.
He's Mike, I tell you, the big surprise for OKC was Aaron Wiggins.
Oh, he played good,
man.
But he can get down like that. One game he had like 30 something. He can once he get going, he can get down like that. They got some other brothers too that, once they get going, they can get down like that. But I just feel like if Jay Will doesn't get going, you're gonna need Wiggins. You're gonna need these other guys to step up, and you're gonna need Caruso big. I mean, and Caruso ain't used to, coming out giving you 20 and 25 every game. He ain't used to that, but he gonna have to play at that level as long as Jay Will. I don't know, man. He don't seem comfortable, Ken. He don't.
I know.
Yeah.
Mike, the thing about it, I think to me, for Indiana to win game 3, Turner is going to have a big game too. He's going to have to, because I know they're going to feed. Hopefully they'll feed Siakam, on the low block. But Turner is, to me, is pivotal for them to win game 3. I know they're at home, but they, it just seems like Indiana's, they got game 1, yeah, but game 2 they didn't look good at all.
No, that's
from start to finish.
Because listen, both of them shot 82 shots. Okay. Both of them hit 14 3-pointers. Okay. You look at the rebounding difference. OKC out rebounding 43 to 35. Okay.
Okay.
When you look at points in the paint, OKC 42, they were 34. And we look at game 1, Indiana had more points in the paint. See, this is, if OKC can start playing the type of ball that they play, this is gonna be over with the quickness. However, I'm still concerned, Ken, with what we saw in game 2 from Jay Will. I mean, he right now SGA ain't got he ain't got no Robin. So that's probably a good thing against Indiana. That you can somehow stay in the game and possibly win. But if you were playing, just think about it. If last series, if Jay Will hadn't showed up, or the one before that, Thunder be in trouble. I mean,
right? Oh yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? So I was not impressed with either game, either team. I mean, the turnovers that Indiana's been committing, man, is
They had 20 in game one in the first half, Mike. And that was my thing. I said they can't turn the ball over. I mean, if they expect to win the series.
I mean, it's like Indiana playing against 10 guys out there. You know, I'm like, man, y'all go, y'all just keep giving the ball away. And if it had to been for Toppin, let's be honest, Toppin hit 5 threes that first game. If it had to been for him, he was hot. I was like, ooh.
He hit 17 in game one.
Oh yeah, man. I like that brother when he's in college, man. And I hate that New York got rid of him. But man, he was hot, man. I was like, he kept them somewhat in the game. So he should have got game ball, not Tyrese hit that last shot. He should have got game ball, because if it was not for his play, they would not have been even in the game, man. So Ken, let's talk right quick about game 3. So what do you anticipate? We know they're going back to Indiana. Isn't that wasn't that the Jackson 5 going back to Indiana? Y'all folks don't know nothing about that. These young folks listening to the show. Look it up. Google it. And they going back to Indiana, and the crowd is gonna be
nuts.
It's gonna be intense, man. How does the Young Thunder handle that pressure?
I'll say this, Mike. We talked about Siakam needs to get the ball. We talked about Halliburton needs to start early. The thing that I'm going to say is that Turner and Toppin, TNT, they're going to have a good game. A good game. Not no ordinary game. They're going to have to both have good games. OKC, on the other hand, what they're going to do is, I believe that they just need to stay close as far as especially the first quarter, within, I'll say, 6-8, and just let the game come to them. I think they need a big game from J-Dub. They do, Mike. He got to come with it.
No, I agree.
He got to come with it, because if he don't, you know.
Yeah, that'd take a whole lot of pressure off SGA, bro.
Right.
Then he can operate, more freely. And no, I agree with you.
So it's, I think I'm gonna put game 3 on J-Dub. Got to play, got to come on and play, hit some shots.
So who you got coming out of game 3?
I got OKC coming out of game 3. So
yeah, I think. Go ahead, Ken.
You made it that stat points in the paint. It's Oklahoma. They got to take. Sometimes they settle for that 3-2, just like Indiana. Man, come on, take it to the basket. They got to be aggressive and physical with Indiana, because Indiana that's just a model.
Yeah. Well, now the series began. You won one.
Right.
Okay. You didn't protect home court, and now you got to go in the enemy's camp. And Indiana's saying we stole one, but we got to show up at home. And I think OKC in a lot of ways settled down on the road. They're a great road team, so it's not like they are not prepared to compete on the road. But again, like you say, Ken, the first quarter is going to be critical. You can't get down by 20 and try to fight your way back. You don't want to do that. And Indiana, man, this whole thing that I hear these pundits talk about, man, Indiana, as long as they got time left, they can come. Man, you do not want to be a team always trying to chase somebody down. No. Okay, that formula has never worked. You can get lucky sometime, and Tyrese have. He can hit some big shots. I'm gonna give them to you. Okay, but if it wasn't for that shot in game 2, he played terrible in game 1, terrible in game 2. I'm talking about the shot in game 1. If it hadn't been for that, we'd be sitting up here having a whole different conversation about Halliburton. Okay. Yeah. So man, I too, Ken, I agree. I think OKC is gonna go in there. I think OKC might take 2 of them.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If they can, but again, man, I just don't. I don't like that small ball they try to play, man. I don't think you can play small ball with Indiana, man. I think they're too quick, too gifted. They pad the paint.
They
And
punish you.
they punish you, man. And and when you don't have that size in there, we've seen, how that can hurt OKC. So we'll see.
But Mike, the thing about it is that even with small ball, they were still up by 15.
They were. Again, it was the shots. Let's just be honest. In game 1, they missed 16 additional shots. Okay, so Indiana, you can't come away from that saying that we put our foot in them, because you really didn't put your foot in them. I mean, you made the play that count in the end, but if OKC had to hit 5, if they had to win 5 of 16, they'd beat you by double digits. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to game 3. Hey, folks, tell us what you think. Who's going to win game 3? Who's going to stand out? Who needs to play better? Who has been a disappointment? Let us know in the comments. Ken, last word, my brother.
Mike, last word. I think you will see Caruso get more time. He's averaging about almost 28 minutes per game.
Mm-hmm.
He may get up to like 34 minutes per game. You're going to see more of Caruso on the floor as the series goes along.
That would be a good thing. Folks, you heard it. The world of sports unites us. Let us take this unity into our everyday life. This is why they play the game.